Welcome to the Indigo League, where trainers grow and bond with their Pokemon to become the very best and prove themselves unbeatable.
We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fall, because we are unbeatable.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon, and thank you guys so much for joining us in today's episode of Pokemon Unbeatable! Oh, Jesus, that was a lot of energy very quickly, and I am now lightheaded. You are joining us for the final episode of the season. What more happened is I ate like 6 chocolates full of ganache right before we went, and it's all the sugar in my vein.
Your body
I
processes
ended up
food
at the hospital.
quick.
I talked too loud, too fast, and passed out.
I ate chocolate. My room is hot. I was
doing
yelling.
that. So, thank you for joining us on the final episode of the Seafoam City Double Battles Tournament. Unfortunately, while all 5 of the competitors that we cared about have now been knocked out of the tournament,
That's what the press tells you. The media,
now
they're lying to you.
get to do some fun stuff. We get to finish out the tournament, talk a little bit about some stuff going on with the gala that's going to be happening later this evening, and we're going to see some stuff with the gala. I don't even know her. Anyway, getting into the semifinals and then eventually the finals. To clarify, the 2 semifinal matches that are going on today are going to be Aurora Cornflower versus Billy Harrison, which is the person who took out William and Theo and has just been very vicious over the whole tournament, versus I think the shoe-in to win currently is Billy Harrison. And the other match is going to be Perry Midnight, who is the one who took out Seth from the tournament and also defeated the person who defeated Gavin in the tournament, and against Kulono, this sort of Alolan trainer who has shown up with this incredibly powerful series of Pokemon and has really wiped the floor with a lot of people, including your good friend Tanner. So as we sort of get into this, it is now the point where your whole group, for once, is like all sitting together in the stands and you all just get to enjoy it as a group. We begin the day with Aurora versus Billy. As with the semifinals, Aurora is going to lead with the Nidoqueen she used in the last battle. Remember, trainers are only allowed to swap out 1 Pokemon per battle. She's going to swap out her Charizard for a Poliwrath, this spiral-bellied, big white-gloved, muscular toad Pokemon. And you see that Billy is going to release that Kabutops that he defeated Zippo with, and instead of his Aerodactyl, a spherical Pokemon, a Golem, will land on the field. However, it does not look like most Kanto Golem, as this Pokemon, normally Golem is entirely spherical and made of cobbled rocks. This Pokemon has these 2 almost magnetic looking spires sticking out of the top of its back that are both angled in towards the center that give this like a little electrical current between each of them, and it has this large mustache made of metal shavings on its face, as this is an Alolan Golem, something that somebody only very rich could probably acquire in Kanto, or somebody who travels far and wide. Again, you need a little bit of money to do that. But at this point in time, the battle will begin. So giving you a play-by-play of exactly how this fucking battle goes. Aurora coldly commands both of her Pokemon to go in for hits, but Billy is quicker. Billy is going to get Kabutops to run in and hit with a Liquidation, a physical water-type move on Nidoqueen. And Billy's adjustment ability, he will use, giving a little bit of just expert advice that turns it from a hit into a crit. Boom, hitting immediately for 8 wounds. Poliwrath is next up, and Poliwrath is going to, like, full DBZ, take its palms, slam them together, and go forward with a fucking Focus Blast, immediately hitting with a wave of fighting energy into the side of Golem, dealing 6 wounds. Golem is gonna close that distance. The little, like, 3.5 foot tall rock type is gonna turn, and its fist is gonna spark with lightning, and it's gonna thunder punch the shit out of Poliwrath for 5 wounds. Does not get a paralyze. At this point, Nidoqueen, even with having a grounded teammate, is going to use an Earthquake. Straight out the gate, first move of the round. Immediately shakes the entirety of the ground. And as that hits, all 3 Pokemon on the field avoid it. Every single Pokemon on the battle avoided that. Both rank 10s got it. just from sheer numbers, and Poliwrath exploded on the die. So that was funny. Because for these semifinals and the finals, I straight up rolled the entire battles for these. Like, this wasn't narrative decisions. These were full on. I rolled for everything. Kabutops launches another liquidation into Nidoqueen, hitting for another 5 wounds. And Poliwrath turns around, and you see its sort of like circular body, like spiral body, begin to like bubble, and it boiling water outwards towards Golem with a Scald, but misses. Golem once again fucking uppercuts into a Thunder Punch on Poliwrath, 5 more wounds. And then Nidoqueen EQs again. The entire stadium begins to shake. It gets to the point where like it's like semi-uncomfortable to sit on those stands as the entire arena. Yeah, just but like as it's going, somehow Poliwrath manages to avoid it again. And also Golem avoids it. However, Kabutops does not avoid it and takes 6 wounds off the bat from it. That is going to trigger Kabutops leaving liquidation in the past and just fully grabbing both of its scythe-like arms and pulling back and going for a full superpower, is the name of the fighting type move, to just fucking, and right as it's going to hit, you hear Billy give just a little bit more expert advice to do an adjustment, turning it into a crit. It's gonna hit Nidoqueen for 7 fucking wounds. And Nidoqueen would faint, but you see Aurora give some sort of like gritty determination, just like noise to her Pokemon, and her trainer ability Survivor is gonna keep her Pokemon up. Even when it would be out of friendship and wounds, it's gonna stay up. Poliwrath is gonna finally get that boiling water to scald Golem, and does get a burn on Golem. Golem's gonna turn and Thunder Punch Poliwrath for a final time, because it only has 3 Thunder Punches, and is gonna hit for 5 more wounds. That superpower that Kabutops hit Nidoqueen with, Nidoqueen's gonna turn around, give the same energy, and superpower Kabutops back, and just turn around and 5 more wounds. Now, at this point, Kabutops is going to, that Stone Edge that took Vermilion out of the fight earlier. You recognize Stone Edge as a move. It can hit multiple Pokemon. At this point, Kabutops is just going to throw all caution to the wind, Stone Edging both Nidoqueen and Poliwrath, hitting both for 7 wounds. He's once again adjusted by Billy Harrison's ability, turning it into a crit on both. Survivor as an ability keeps both Pokemon up. However, at this point, as Poliwrath misses that last Scald, Golem is finally going to EQ, and it's going to knock out both enemy Pokemon, Survivor not being able to keep them up. At this point, Billy Harrison will emerge the victor between Aurora and Billy, though that was a lot closer of a fight than I think most people were expecting.
Holy moly. I'm kidding.
Holy moly, that's a lot of
mia.
earthquakes. I think at the end of the battle, because of all of the earthquakes, Corinne's popcorn is like an inch high, and Corinne goes to like eat the popcorn and is like, what the? And then looks around and is just like, oh my God.
Gavin's like got it all in this. Oh.
She's in the sweater.
All right. Yeah, so with that, Aurora Cornflower is knocked out, and Billy will be going on to the finals. As we go through that round, about 20 minutes later, they're going to start the semifinals, where it is going to be Perry Midnight versus Kulono. And Kulono will be returning with his Komo-O back after its little nap from its loss yesterday.
Off the naughty step.
It's off the naughty step. However, it's going to be Kulono and Togedemaru plus Komo-O instead of Palisand, the first battle he's done without Palisand. And Perry will be once again releasing that Luxray and another Sinnoh Pokemon you're going to notice. As
the crowd goes wild!
Gray and blue rock type, and only rock type, no other types added to it, doof, will land on the field as this like gleaming blue head on this Rampardos will appear. Rampardos, notably, very big, very aggressive Pokemon. But as Rampardos and Luxray both enter the battlefield, we're just gonna get straight down to it. This battle is, I think, one of the most amount of exchanges that's in any of the larger battles. As we get started, Togedemaru immediately gonna set up that electric terrain again, which is a gamble given that the other side also has an electric type. As we get into it though, Komo-o is going to immediately sort of like start moving its body, and it seems like more subdued than it has been in the last few battles you've seen it in. It seems like, yeah, it probably got humbled just a little bit when it finally got taken out and couldn't solo everybody anymore. And you are going to hear each of its like large, like almost like gong-like scales begin to dong, 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 begin to vibrate and move as it's going to use Clangorous Soul, which does damage it a little bit, but it boosts all of its stats. It's a unique move to it. Luxray is also going to get in and immediately howl as well, and Rampardos is going to use Focus Energy. So this is a setup round for the entire team, for all 4 Pokemon. This silence will immediately be broken by Togedemaru actually being the first one to attack, as instead of going for the charge and thunder strategy that it used last time, it's going to rush up at Rampardos and go for an Iron Tail, which unfortunately it will miss. It seems like they're focusing fire because Komo-o also turns to Rampardos and starts to try and get in a close combat and actually manages to hit. Boom, 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 clipping the main body 3 times, hitting for 6 total wounds. Luxray is going to turn, and you see it seems to like, instead of going full on for any other sort of like fang that would really hurt Komo-o, it just nips at it with a little Thunder Fang, dealing just enough damage to remove the hype up. At this point, Rampardos, having taken a full hit of close combat, starts to glow with like a light blue energy, and its entire head starts to glow as it brings it down for an Avalanche, which I don't know if you know, but Avalanche is an ice type move, which Komo-o is a dragon type, that deals more damage if it has already been hit that turn. And since the hype up is gone, Kulono's Komo-o is gonna take a full 8 wounds, which is not great.
Come
off the
on,
bag.
Midnight put the hood in the dirt.
With the one wound that it took from Thunder Fangs, Kulono already has to start encouraging it to stay up. They really planned for this dragon to show up. Perry was ready for this. Now knowing that Perry has a plan, Togedemaru is going to come in and try and get another Iron Tail on Rampardos, and it actually does hit for 6 wounds, and it lowers Rampardos' defenses. Komo-o, who at this point has been fucked up, you can see all of the like calming and training that has gone into it for the last couple days fully gone as it just outrages itself again. This Pokemon has anger management issues, and you just hit it to almost faint on round 1. So it's going to begin to outrage and immediately begins to smack Pokemon for 5 wounds. Luxray then jumps on Komo-o's back and gets an Ice Fang in, doing 4 wounds to it. And Rampardos and turns around to use Avalanche again, but fully misses. Togedemaru, seeing that Iron Tail is now gone, it doesn't have a lot of other options, but begins to charge itself. Whereas Komo-o's still outraged and begins to hit Rampardos again, 6 more wounds down. Rampardos would go down here, but you see a familiar ability that you saw used in a different match, as Perry's Survivor ability keeps it up. You don't know what class this belongs to. You've not seen this yet. But Luxray is going to Thunder Fang Togedemaru to remove its hype up. And Luxray is actually going to take a wound from the Iron Barbs on Togedemaru. This is the first time Togedemaru has been hit with a physical wound, a physical hit. Rampardos is going to try and Zen Headbutt Komo-o, but misses again. At this point, Togedemaru has charged, and it's just going to straight up hit Luxray with a Thunder. Even with the wound removal, Thunder is still going to deal 14 wounds. And Komo-o is going to use its final Outrage because it's for 2 or 3 turns, and Komo-o managed to hit for 3. Its final Outrage on Rampardos at 6, which takes it down. Komo-o is now confused. Luxray is going to use Fire Fang on Togedemaru, which it gets a burn and a flinch, but the flinch doesn't matter, obviously. And then Luxray takes 1 wound from Iron Barbs. Togedemaru Iron Tails Luxray for 4 more wounds. Komo-o is confused and bops itself.
Ha!
And then Luxray goes to Fire Fang again and takes the damage from Iron Barbs. And then Togedemaru finally hits with that last Thunder, taking out Luxray, leaving Komo-o as the winner of the semifinals. Perry being out of the tournament, unfortunately.
Bummer, Perry.
But Perry having as much friendship as she did means that, you know, she got as far as she did. So shout out to Seth.
Was it Kulono?
Kulono, yeah.
Okay, he said Kumono. Or
Oh,
They
Kumono?
say
Yeah, it's
Kumono.
because of the Pokemon being.
Yeah, because of
very similar
Como-o.
name.
There's so many syllables.
I'm like,
So-
at one point, I did get fully confused on what the fuck we were talking about.
Hey, you know what, audience? If you got an issue, DM me. I'll give you the transcripts.
I
I was
That's
like,
not
wait,
true. I won't
so,
do it. Don't
so
do that.
Como-o belongs to Kulono, who also has Togedemaru, but who's fight? Tell me who's out. Who's on first? I
Perry
don't know.
had Luxray and Rampardos and was beaten by Kulono with Como-o and Togedemaru.
It sounds like Burrty almost took notes, which is crazy because Burrty doesn't take notes.
I'm
I'd
sitting
pay
here looking at the
attention.
damn chart and I couldn't pay attention.
But that is going to do the semifinals. And of course, that means that the only match left today, leading us in at about noon, is going to be the actual finals.
From the stands, I'll send a text message to Perry Midnight and be like, "Well, tried our best. Good job, though.
How did you get
Hope the
Perry's
friendship
number?
helped."
Oh, because you have
She
the
gave
card.
me your card.
Yeah, I
I have
forgot about that.
connections, dog.
I'm sorry, I forgot that you had the ability to move a number from a card into your phone. I forgot that that was a possibility. that you
Also,
had.
this is Bowie.
And Perry
Sent from my
will
buoy.
respond
There's a little Bowie emoji.
by doing the thing where instead of actually responding, like taps on the message and then like gives like a thumbs up, like doesn't even like actually respond.
Wow, that's a
Uh,
lot for them.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's communicative for them. But that does mean that our finals are going to be Billy Harrison versus Kulono. This battle goes on for 4 rounds.
That many.
Good. What'd you say?
that many,
Yeah,
huh?
4 rounds. Not many, huh? Billy is going to continue to use his Alolan Golem going into this, and it boom, hits the ground with a heavy thump. That thump is nothing compared to the Steelix that he used in round 1. Boom, hitting the ground, being the fucking heaviest thing in this tournament.
Start scoffing popcorn before shit can hit the fan.
Just like, ah.
Gotta get it below the lid.
A healed Como-o is going to appear, because remember, time passes between the rounds. A healed Como-o is going to appear, but Togedemaru is not present for this fight, as if you're going up against a Rock-type master, they're probably going to have some ground types, so you're not wanting to use your Electric type or Steel type. However, you see that the 4th member of Kulono's team makes their appearance, and also Kulono's starter, as a Pokemon that I don't think any of you would be familiar with, because it's another Alolan Pokemon. This large build, toucan-looking Pokemon takes flight above the battle as Toucanon appears. Toucanon, also
Why
known
the
as
fuck
one of...
everybody going to Alolan?
This is the Alolan dude, and an Alolan
Alolan's
Golem
great.
just happened to be here.
Toucanon's
yeah, Alolan was a
fantastic.
good generation for Pokemon. But
That's
Toucanon,
just
also
a
known as one
toucan.
of Matt's favorite Pokemon. Matt loves Toucanon.
It's
Matt
its
loves
beak
Toucanon.
changes color based on how loud it is.
Wait till you see how much this fucking Toucanon does in this battle.
Great.
Oh my God.
But it's flying. Ugh.
It is flying. However, when
gotta get
Toucanon
flying
out the
types.
gate has access to a grass type move, also known as Bullet Seed, and has an ability called Skill Link, which means its multi-hit moves always hit the maximum number of times.
I gotta get me one of those.
And is holding
Holy
a soul
shit.
orb, which means it hits all deal an additional wound, meaning that each hit of a Bullet Seed deals 3 wounds.
As you were. Continue.
Toucanon is gonna out the gate try and just fucking hard target Golem. It's gonna hit 3 of its 5 Bullet Seeds, immediately hitting for 9 wounds.
Wow. Disgusting.
Como-o is gonna
horrifying.
rush
Fortunate
up to
Stun starts
Steelix.
playing.
Yeah, you start to hear it in the background. Como-o is gonna go for a close combat on Steelix and immediately hits it for 6. Steelix turns around and uses an Iron Tail on Toucanon, lowers its defense. It only hits for the 1 because, again, athlete. Lowers its defense and removes the hype up. Golem is gonna Stone Edge Toucanon, which adjusted is gonna be a crit for 9. Because adjustment is a gross fucking ability. Basically, adjustment, to clarify, I'm just gonna read out adjustment because it's a gross ability real quick from my secret sheet of secret classes. This trainer may offer momentary advice to their Pokemon to adjust their attack. If this is used on an attacking roll that misses, it turns into a hit. If this is used on an attacking roll that would hit, it turns into a critical hit. An expert may use this time a number of times each day equal to half their training limit rounded down, and only once in a round.
Jesus.
Because his
What's
training
his
limit is 6, he can use it 3 times.
Coming back to an expert.
Per day?
Yeah, but we counted these battles as like different. I reset everybody's thing.
Because I was like,
yeah.
Homeboy's
For all
using
the
athlete a
narrative-
lot.
Yeah,
Coryne, do more of those.
Yeah, no.
I
I
did.
reset everybody's abilities between battles. It's fine. We're skipping.
I did.
For narrative, we're skipping over that. It's fine.
And then say that, because I'm going to start questioning.
I'm questioning, boy. But yeah, so with the adjust, because I just basically treated it as though it was a fresh day, so we could get the most exciting battles possible. So everybody has all their abilities, basically.
I would have been, if it would have been us up here, we would have been haggard.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have
and-
used that if you guys were up here. This is
defeated.
because other people were doing these battles. No, if you guys were in here, I'd be sticking to what I said before. But with that, adjusted into a crit, which is going to deal 9, Toucanon's going to use Bullet Seed again, but only hits for 2, so it's going to deal 6 wounds on this one. Which, 2 out of
Only.
5, only 6.
Only.
Como
Just a
is
little
just
bit.
going to outrage again on Steelix, dealing 5. So it's this moment where it's like, ba, ba, ba. Steelix is gonna turn around and just double edge Toucanon, and because of its lack of recoil damage from its ability, it's just gonna fucking hit it for 4 and not take any damage. Golem is gonna go Stone Edge again, and would miss, but is adjusted into a hit. Toucanon Bullet Seeds for a 3rd time, 3 of them hitting, deal another 9 wounds. Golem's out at that point. Como is gonna continue to outrage. Hits for 5, but it only, because outrage can last 2 or 3 turns. It only got the 2 turns this time and is immediately confused. Steelix is going to double edge, and Toucanon gone out of here. It is down to
we missed.
Como versus Steelix, and Como gets to go first, but is confused. It all
yourself.
comes down to
Don't
the
hurt
roll that
yourself.
I made. There was a moment where Matt and I were sitting in the
Too
chat. I'm like,
angry.
Matt, I'm gonna roll this die and it determines who wins the tournament. So to clarify, there's a 70% chance that confusion will not go off, and there's a 30% chance that confusion will go off. If confusion doesn't go off, Como still has to hit and take down Steelix. There is no more friendship between either of them that has the ability to stop these wounds.
Call it a draw.
If Como is confused or misses, Steelix then gets the chance to end the battle. Luckily, Como breaks through his confusion and hits for a sky uppercut on Billy Harrison's Steelix, crowning Kulono the winner of the tournament.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh, I was
Oh
really
my
hoping for that.
god!
Yeah, so Billy Harrison does not win this tournament, and instead the visitor from Alola rocked up to Kanto, took over one of their private tournaments, and fucking hits for the win.
I feel like Coryne and all of her Pokemon were like leaning up against the rail, like watching and telling what happened. And as soon as it broke through the confusion, or her and all her Pokemon were just like freaking out.
You are not the only
Incredible.
one in that arena, as every single person, it doesn't matter whether or not you're a Billy Harrison fan. That was a fucking fantastic battle against high-powered Pokemon. People are screaming in the stands. There are multiple people just standing, like clapping, cheering with their whole bodies. You can see there are several people who bet on this fight, and people
We
who
could've
had
bet.
the long-ons
no.
on Kulono, fucking, they are happy right now.
Oh, I bet they are cashing
They are
in.
cashing in money right now.
I would have made that bet.
I would have made that bet too.
I would've lost.
But turns out a fighting type dragon against a rock type master does some work. But as we start to wind down the tournament, you are all asked to assemble back on the battlefield as they pull out some little like standing platforms for the top 4, because the people in the top 3 are going to share, or numbers 3 and 4, Aerie and Aurora are going to share the 3rd place spot. As the rest of you are asked to assemble out in front of them, and there is a moment where all of the top 32 are sort of like paraded in front of the arena, in front of the cameras, in front of everyone. Finishing top 16 in your first tournament is really fucking great, and you guys did an accomplishment here. You honestly got farther than I thought most of you were going to get, so I'm really proud. Cornucopia daycare. See, your dad actually surprised you as you go out, and he got you one of those like cape flags to wear that has like the Cornucopia daycare logo.
Go.
On it. So you just
Spinning the whole time.
You put it over the lab coat. You know, you just got. I'm
not wearing the lab coat.
That's fair. And you guys go out there, and they're going to do the crowning of the winners first, where they're going to give out the top prizes. Do you guys want to hear what some of the top prizes were for the top?
10 poffins.
So the Omni Stone is going to be delivered. No, because I think you're still going to be happy with what you guys managed to get, because you guys got a fair amount of stuff.
Money.
You got a gift card to David Buster's. Let's go.
For the third place win, both third place winners are going to get 100,000 Poké Dollars, as well as 6 Ultra Balls and 3 full restores.
That company's going out of business. I'd be careful with that.
Wow. Wow.
The second place winner, Billy Harrison, is going to receive 150,000 Poké Dollars, as well as 3 large size EXP candies. These are a new product that are being put on the market as of about a week from now. They're overshadowed by the Omni Stones announcement, but these are also something coming up. They're not quite rare candies. In fact, they're quite different in how they function, in that they give your Pokemon different kinds of things.
Way better.
As well as his own 6 set of Ultra Balls. And then finally, the winner from Alola, Kulono, will receive 250,000 Poké Dollars.
Jesus Christ.
As well as his own 6 set of Ultra Balls and the Omni Stone, which of course is wheeled out, and there is a tense moment as every person in that arena looks at the Vosco employee who starts to wheel it out. And you see now that it on its cart is this beautiful, misshapen, prismatic stone that seems to refract light in every single direction until you realize that it itself is glowing. And it is wheeled out, and it is put on this beautiful little satin plate that then is pushed up and handed to Kulono. And this dude's like just sun-kissed face just breaks into the biggest smile. And he turns and he thanks every single other competitor. And then he very quickly pulls out a small thing and whoop, it digitizes into some sort of personal bank somewhere so that he is not mugged for it immediately.
I was literally gonna ask.
I was gonna say Gavin's got a hand on a Pokeball and he's got his head on a swivel.
Let me
terrorist.
There is so you guys remember the Bosco security guards?
Yeah.
There's like 100 of them, all just like
Oh,
around the
shit.
fucking arena.
Gavin doesn't trust them.
Who was the was Taub the employee that was
I was so tempted to make it
Not on
Taub.
your life.
There is no way Taub would ever get that level of trust.
That's so
ever.
funny.
You think Taub's in the same arena as the Omni Stone? You're fucking wrong.
They actually told
The
Tab that
Omni
their
Stone has a
tournament was next
protection
week.
It was at Cinnabar. They told him to go to
That's-
Cinnabar Island.
So funny.
So he's sitting there with Brand.
Oh my god. You guys want to hear what you guys got for
So we
your
got, like,
guys'
10 bucks?
prizes? As
No, keep it a secret.
Oh, okay. No, you don't want your prizes?
Packet of gum.
Please tell us.
I'll take Corinne's prize if she didn't want it.
Now wait a minute. When did I say that?
I mean, each of you received something very expensive, though. I don't know if you guys want to know.
Experience,
Many?
exposure.
So
Wow.
you are each going to receive 50,000 Poke
Oh,
for a
I'll
top
take it.
16 win,
I'll take it.
and you will receive an Ultra Ball and an Ability Capsule, which is able to swap your Pokemon's ability. However, this is not the hidden ability one. That is the ability patch. This allows you to swap between the 2 abilities on a normal Pokeball or a normal Pokemon. It's a one-time use consumable item.
We did it, Bugle.
So
we got it.
you have these. I don't remember if Bugle Sniper is a hidden ability or an alternate.
It's not.
ability.
It's alternate.
Oh, if it's an alternate ability, then you might be able to get it. Yeah.
So the capsule does
Yep,
the
it is the
alternate
alternate
ability.
It does the alternate ability, not the hidden ability.
Gotcha.
So use that carefully, because that thing in your hand costs freaking 10K right now.
I'll buy 5 of them. I just got paid.
We got one
That's
Ultra
fair.
Ball, you said?
just got paid.
You got 1 Ultra Ball as well.
Cool.
There's a catch rate of 4, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Wow.
So that is going to be your guys' prizes. After the entire ceremony happens, You're going to be crowded by the Wake clan. They're going to come through and they're going to shower their son with affection and also bring you guys in because now you guys are friends of the family, so you also get lots of hugs.
Nice.
But you are going to be immediately shepherded away by Vermilion to a reservation at a tailor that you have made, as each of you will be starting to get worked on your formal wear for the gala that is going to be later tonight, taking place next session, so be prepared for that, everybody. What is the sort of conversation and vibe that's happening as you guys have now all been given this money and these items and this recognition and this notoriety that you have? You've completed your first tournament. What is sort of the conversation that's happening?
All right, not to jump the gun and spend all our money very quickly, but a space heater in the tent could be cool, and it would give Zippo some breaks because that's a lot of work. It would give smolder charcoal smolder a break.
That's like an
Smolder-
insult to a fire type.
Smolder
what's
kind
up,
of like
charcoal?
side eyes you.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'll do better next time, I promise. But it's a good investment for the tent, and with Zippo being as big as he is now, he's great. He takes up a lot more space than he did before. Sorry, Vermilion. Or a second tent.
I was actually gonna agree. I don't understand why Zippo's catching strays. I was gonna agree.
Okay,
He's
well,
just big
we're all-
boned. He''s not fat.
Didn't say that.
Well, who cares? I mean, I'm down for that. Are we planning on spending? Where are we going? Are we camping? Are we going out?
No
on the
clue.
road?
This was more of a
I already
just
have
like
my own
I
tent.
noticed
I
it
don't
when
know
we
you
were
guys.
on the.
Okay, okay, Mr. Singular.
Thought we were a team. Whatever.
No, we are. a
Back to
team.
the drawing board we go with.
Yeah,
how to
where
spend
are
the
y'all heading to anyway? I don't actually know where you're going.
Oh,
Damn, I don't know.
I turn
Jim?
and I look at Gavin and I look at Seth. look at.
Well, you don't gotta make no decisions up because you guys haven't even challenged the gym here yet, right?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna.
I wasn't
Look up
planning on
people-
it.
Well, when's your guys' reservation set for?
Reserve what?
Where's the what?
You guys
Listen,
not
we've
reserve
been-
a slot at this gym? How long have you been in town?
I thought they were gonna just give us the access because we were in the tournament because it was like, well, Seafoam.
Yeah, but there was
kind
like
of like moved us up the
There was
line.
like 1,000 people in the tournament.
Yeah, but we did better than them, so I thought
Okay,
they'd like
so if
move
you
us
didn't
the
sign up
line.
for a reservation, it's probably gonna be like 3 or 4 weeks minimum before you get to challenge. So you might as well just move on and come back later.
Unfortunate. I had just the perfect team typing for this too. That's a shame, man.
Well,
Guess I gotta
actually, Don't you have a ground type? And oh, you were being sarcastic. Okay, well. Well,
Banner.
he does like the white guy,
Well.
like the.
But I don't know where we're gonna go. We could go. We could check with Captain Nolan if he wants to take us to another spot, because I know the taxis have been pretty busy with all like the terrorism and stuff.
Anne pipes up and she's like, from what I heard from my cousin, Pilot Town's gonna be back up and running in a couple weeks as well. So there's always that. There's a big long line of trainers that have been waiting to get their gym badges there too. But honestly, I would just go north. There's a lot of badges up there to deal with. I mean, like once you get to Saffron, you can hit 3 or 4 different gyms in a couple days.
That's not a bad idea. What else is over there?
Do we want a gym farm or do we want to go look for more friends?
I feel like that eventually
we
will
need
happen.
to get the badges if we. I mean, I want to challenge the league. Like,
So, what would be the nearest gym that's not here?
Vermilion's gonna pop up and go, there's a lot of gyms that we can go to. However, can you guys just please get inside the We're right there. We're right there. There it is. I want to get everybody's outfits done for the gala tonight.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Can we go
Shuffle,
in?
shuffle, shuffle,
Vermilion,
shuffle.
like being like the only person who's realized that you guys like made it to your Google Maps location and it's
We've
just
been
been like
walking.
tapping their
Standing
feet.
outside.
Like, can we please
Yeah.
just go in? You guys are shepherded in and you get to this like very lush, like very extravagant sort of like Taylor Swift, these like large glass windows and everything. While you guys are there, you can see that there's like a couple of like suits and a couple of dresses and these like beautiful things. Do you guys have any idea for what sort of like formal wear your characters would wear? Like, what do you think you're gonna get done?
So I think Gavin is very much, he's gonna try out a couple of things. He's gonna gauge people's reactions. I think he's paying close attention to Anne's reaction to things. And I think what he ends up with is like the first like suit he's probably had that's like fit him well. Like he's an adult now, and he's like the first suit he's got that's like to fit him. So I think it's a very kind of stylish. It's a black suit with like a contrast lapel, and maybe like an almost silvery grey shirt underneath. He's going for a quite monochromatic because he knows that's the kind of style that Anne does, and he kind of wants to match her. So yeah.
You were given +1s on the gala invitation, is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
you were given
and he's bringing it.
Yeah. That's why I was clarifying that Anne can come.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about the other two?
I think I'm going to go with like a light blue looking suit that has a floral undershirt and an orange tie. But as I'm pointing these things out, I'm telling the tailor that if you could find like a pocket square that'll match these Crocs too, that would be appreciated.
Yeah.
I want to clarify, Seth, you are not the only person defending their shoes, because Vermilion is also going for a suit with like a shorter like black jacket, but like long, like almost like flared out like base pant legs. And you can see that they are planning on wearing their like large leather boots underneath their shoes as well.
Flannery cut pants.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, what about you, Coryne?
So Coryne at first, Coryne goes and Coryne tries on a dress and is okay, but is not entirely comfortable. And so Coryne just kind of eyes the tailor and goes, "Can we make it functional?" And so the tailor is like, "Yeah, sure." And so Coryne comes out with a finalized outfit where it is wide leg, dark navy blue velour pants, and like a vest with, of course, just like a sleeveless vest, also navy blue velour, and then there's like a light blue silk cami underneath it, and then over top of that is this sleeveless white like duster vest that's overlaid with navy, but it's like an ombre to like a light blue chiffon at the bottom.
Okay. I'm proud of myself. I understood like 3 out of 5 of the words that you just said, and I'm very proud of myself.
It has fabric.
It has fabric. It does do things. There are people who are listening to this who go, "That is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life," and I'm going, "That sounds pretty good." Hey.
I mean this in like a complimentary way. It's kind of giving Austin Powers, but with less ruffles.
Honestly, yeah.
We don't hate it. With all of your outfits, you see that I think the only 2 that are left are Anne and Tanner. Tanner is not only coming out in a suit with a bolo tie and big ass
Better have a bolo.
buckle.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, he does. But he's coming out with a jet black cowboy hat as well, with a little like purple rim on the edge of it. That's like pretty sick.
Heck yeah.
And the bolo tie is like a big, like healthy chunk of amethyst on it. That's like very like themed towards his ghost preference. His silver belt buckle has like a very like thin like skull inscribing on it. He's giving the alternative in the best way possible. And then Anne is gonna be the last one, and I think Anne is gonna go. Knowing Anne, I think it's gonna be like more of like a classic like mermaid cut dress, with the pull in and then like the. Do you not like mermaid cuts?
I hate mermaid cut dresses.
Well, you're fucking need to find
Well,
somebody
you know
else to
what?
go with that.
You aren't Gavin.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Burrty's not Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin's entranced, but
Gavin
Burrty's, like,
loves them. Gavin's
Yeah.
the favorite dress.
Like pairs it with like a crisp, almost like shoulder jacket, with that gives it like a little bit more form to the top of it. That is obviously black and pink in its own aesthetic ways.
I want Gavin to have done all these things to like accommodate for Anne, and then when Anne's like, "Oh, what do you think of this dress?" He's like, "I hate mermaid dresses." Just
I hate
That's
it.
where I draw the
It's
line.
the worst.
I gotta be honest, Anne. It's not.
I'm gonna
not
keep
you,
it. I'm gonna keep
It's
it a
not
buck.
you, it's the dress.
Good God.
As all of this like fun things happening, like they've got like 3 or 4 tailors that are like, you know, doing measurements, like pinning things on you guys and like really making it work. Gavin, you are going to feel your poketch like ding 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 ding.
Hello.
And you put up to your ear, and you hear, "Hey, can you talk?" And it's your sister.
Yeah. Let me just switch over to my phone.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Sir, you can't leave with those pants on.
I just go into a changing room and just.
It's a me, the tailor. Hey, what's the quickest you can get to Celadon City?
Could Ava make it there?
Ava could make it there probably in like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Like today?
All right, I've just taken an emergency teleport there. Please, make your way there.
Like right this second? I've got a party to.
Dad's shown up again, and he's here, and I'm just gonna send you the headlines.
Shit. What are they? What is this?
Okay, so you still like leave the call on, and you go, and it's a very quick. It's something that like isn't like a main story. It's because like a lot of shit has been happening in the region lately, and they're not gonna dedicate a lot of time to it. But what you do see is there is no article that directly mentions your father. Instead, it's almost like a 2-paragraph rumor article with a small handheld video attached, which is rumors of a new Pokemon outside Celadon. And you see this sort of like very familiar, heart-dropping purple light start to like emanate from sections of the forest, something that you associate with a very specific Pokemon. Yeah, and there is that thing where there's no mistaking sort of the pattern of Cresselia's like bright purple energy.
Shit. And he starts like getting all the stuff that he hasn't paid for yet off, and he starts getting back into his own clothes, and he like bursts out of the changing room, and he just kind of I'll be back shortly. I'll be back in time for the gala, I promise. And he goes to Anne, and he's just like, he gives just an awkward pat on the head. Bursts out of the door. You hear Staraptor get released from the Pokeball, and you hear as he takes off into the sky.
Coryne like runs outside and bursts out the door. It's like, where are you going?
Yeah, you haven't disappeared out of the sky yet. You can hear the calls out to you.
He'll respond via text from Ava's back. He's not slowing down or stopping. He'll send him the article and be like, "Dad resurfaced. Need to deal with this."
Do you need backup? Oh,
phone
shit.
call. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna
what
phone
the
call.
fuck?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
You can immediately put a,
It was
you can
okay.
put a headpiece in and make it easier.
So
Fucking headphone in, Gavin.
So do we need to get a taxi to Celadon?
I don't. So the stuff with Cresselia, was it like destruction? Was it?
It was just a rumor of something happening outside of town. You know your sister well enough to know that she needs to go take care of whatever this is, even without knowing what it is. And she was asking for your help.
My sister's there. I don't think it's as dangerous as all of that. Whatever it is, we can deal with it. I promise I will contact you if that changes. But all things hoping for the best. I'll be back for the gala.
Okay.
Right. Can I forward that to my mom?
Sure, absolutely you can. Do you give any other sort of message or just send
Yeah, I'll
article?
say, because how much do we know?
You guys don't. So Gavin told you of the story of his dad.
Mhm.
He told you that his dad captured a legendary Pokemon against their will, which is something that you're really not supposed to do. Legendary Pokemon are to be befriended, not to be captured. I don't remember whether or not Gavin had said the name of the actual Pokemon that was captured. I don't recall.
I don't recall either.
Well, I don't think we would know the Pokemon. We just know
Yeah,
it's something
we wouldn't
pink,
even know what it
purple.
was if you did say it.
So given the context that you're being given of mysterious light, Gavin seems sure of what this is. You can probably string those thoughts together. I want to give Seth that credit with how high his education die is and everything. You can string that together of this is probably evidence of that legend that went missing when his dad went missing.
I mean, if I've got an hour and a half in the sky, I'm happy to just fill you guys in on the whole story.
Yeah, he can clarify all that information really easy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Pokemon's called Cresselia. It's a legendary Pokemon of the moon. That's proud about it. He used some kind of weird invention with Team Plasma, was it? The one that's the cinema equivalent of the Rockets. To
Galactic.
Team Galactic, that's the one.
Plasma's
Woogie,
Black
woogie.
Boy.
He used some kind of invention given to him by Team Galactic to force it to his will, and he told everyone that he had befriended it. And then the truth got out, and he was disgraced. He was cut off from the pro training circuit, and we made a new start in Twin Leaf Town.
Nope. Nobody fought him or took
No,
Cresselia away.
he kind of vanished. I didn't think he still had Cresselia, but apparently Cresselia's here. Whether or not my dad's with it, I'll find out.
So we'll say as that lore dump had happened over the span of like an hour and a half head start or so, that's when I'll send it over to my mom and give the phone call and like kind of step away and say, hey, we just got this off of a long call with Gavin, who had to leave to Celadon City because with a Pokemon potentially that his dad captured illegally was spotted there potentially. His sister's there, and he's on his own with his sister. But I want to tell somebody. You told me to tell you these things, so
Your mom is gonna thank you for telling her, first of all, and she's gonna really think it over. And she's gonna go, I can reach out to people up there, but I'm gonna be honest. If your friend is talking about a captured legend here in Kanto, he's not gonna be back today.
what do you mean?
If he's gonna go help with the investigation, because Rangers, their next step is gonna be to talk to the kin of whoever has captured a legend, he's probably gonna need to help them for a while.
Okay. Also, you're on speaker. Coryne.
Hi, Mrs. Wake. Hi, Mrs. Wake.
Hi, Coryne.
Sorry, we're at the tailor, and my arm is not in a good spot for me to hit not
Just
speakerphone.
I'm holding.
Hand the phone to Bowie. Bowie can hold the phone. Oh, that works too.
It's in the air. He's short. Oh, Coryne. Yeah, good. Yeah, Coryne, take it.
Yeah, I got it. So
Tanner's standing there, like kind of solemn, like Anne is doing the thing where she's like biting the one like thumbnail, like not like chewing on it or anything, just like doing the thing where you like nervously press on it. Vermilion is sort of like Vermilion has gone kind of like no expression, as the other three people are also standing there listening to this conversation.
Okay. Well, yeah. Make those calls then if you can, or like Ranger Robert if he's free. That way Gavin at least has a familiar face up there, aside from just his sister. That may be helpful.
I'll call Robert. He owes me a favor.
He owes us a favor too. I'm kidding. I don't think he does. Okay. Well, we'll see you at the gala then. Later.
Did you say your friends got you to a tailor? Your mom seems to be trying to put on more of a lighthearted
No, I said I looked
conversation.
in the sky and saw a Taylor bird.
Because I was trying for years. If somebody got
we're
you
at the tailor, Mrs. Wake. Don't worry, we'll take a go.
Anyway, bye. Bowie, hang it up. Bowie's just gonna hit it with a water
trying to
gun.
jump up to Coryne, and Corinne's like,
He shoots the phone with a water gun.
there's this thing where you've now had that conversation, and like you now know Gavin's going to be gone for a while, but Gavin doesn't know that yet.
Now I feel bad.
Should we tell him that the process is going to take a long time? Or I'm sure he knows by now. How long did it say he would take to get there? He's probably talking to them now.
Yeah, about an hour and a half to 2 hours, so he probably is going to be there soon, if not landed yet.
I kind of side-eye Anne. Does Anne look like she wants to call, or like she wants to say anything?
You kind of like, she catches you giving that look, and she goes, "This is your friend. Like, yeah, we're doing whatever we're doing, but this is a you guys call."
Okay, well, let's give him a call and see where that goes.
Okay. You
That's the
can
ringing.
see Celadon now at this point. You have finished crossing over the water route, and you have made your beeline straight for Celadon. It is the first time Ava has ever gotten to stretch her wings for this long with you on her back, and she is loving it. Like, there's that sense of urgency that she feels from you, obviously, and she's heard your whole conversation you've been having with your friends. But this is the first time you two have gotten to fly really for this distance.
I think Gavin is lamenting the fact that their maiden voyage has been kind of tainted by this.
I'd like to think if we could retcon it, I think you just leave with a full suit on and arrive in Celadon. That'd be kind of cold.
He runs
That'd be
out
kind
of
of cold.
Like he
We just
forgot
pay
like
for
one
it.
piece, and it's just like the vest is still on or something. That might be fun.
We're not changing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gavin, you can see Celadon in the distance now, because you can see this like dense forest. You see this massive like metropolis with like skyscrapers, honestly bigger than Jubilife, that are like there. And you can see in the distance. You're maybe 10 minutes out when you get another call back, and you can hit the button on your headphone.
Hey, how's the weather up there? I'm assuming you're still flying. If you're not flying, ignore that. But
Sorry, I'm gonna do that. It's fucking windy.
It's windy.
So just as a heads up, I let my mom know that stuff was going down there, and she's gonna hopefully get in touch with Ranger Robert, who can help with the investigation part of it.
Cool.
But that also leads to the second part of that, which is she says those investigations take a long time and aren't really like quick.
We don't think you're gonna make it back for the gala, Gavin.
It's gonna be a while.
Okay.
Which is a bummer, and we'll miss you. But
we know you're doing
rather-
something like really important.
Yeah, really
so
important.
It's okay. I don't think anyone's gonna like obviously be upset that you went to a party instead of trying to help a large like disaster not happen.
Well, I don't know if it'll be as bad as all that, but
Well, because you're gonna be there, so it'll be fine.
yeah.
I like nudge Seth. I'm like, don't put that much pressure on him.
No, it's fine. He top 16. We're good. We're good at what we do.
Yeah, I mean, we've stopped like rockets, and this is just some deadbeat middle-aged dude whose fucking midlife crisis went crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Coryne and I just look at each other.
Corinne's face. I feel like Seth and I just like lock eyes, and we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of those kind of situations.
Vermilion is gonna kind of like shuffle over to the phone, and they're gonna lean down and just gonna go, "Good luck."
Thanks a million.
If you need anything, we're like a phone call away and like a couple Pidgey tag. There's a lot of us, but just let us know if you need anything or to wire you money, or if you just want to talk, or if you need like a recipe for jerky or anything else that you might want from your friends, because we're here for you. Or if you forget how to use your phone, Bowie can FaceTime video call you and talk you through it. Whatever you need, we're here for you.
Thanks.
Of course, anytime. Do it for all my friends.
You hear
of course.
Corinne kind of on the phone just go.
I'll try and keep you guys updated as much as I can. I don't know what. I mean, I could be seeing you guys tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I think we pointed out that we're not going to see you tomorrow, so I don't want to put that image in my head of thinking that that's going to happen.
But the point is, I don't know how quickly this is going to get resolved. It could be real soon.
Yeah.
I like the optimism.
Can you put Anne on?
Of course.
Yes, yeah, sure. Here, Anne is
Anne's
my
gonna
phone.
Grab the
It's
phone.
Where's my phone?
Gonna look at it, sort of just like take like, because now that like you guys have gotten the measurements taken, you're just waiting for the gowns and stuff to be done. So like you're not in them, so she just takes like her t-shirt and just, like wipes it off a little bit and goes, "Hey, I heard what your friend said."
Hi. So, sorry to be doing this again with the like kind of
Dang. Track record clean.
What a way to open that fucking conversation.
I was gonna try and do better with this whole thing, but you know, shit happens.
Shit happens. Just let me know.
Yeah. And I if you can, use my ticket, please. And go have fun with those guys.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do. Investigation takes you, over to Burrty City. Let me know.
Absolutely. And if you go anywhere else, and just yeah.
There's a Joy convention every year in Saffron. That's not too far away. It's only about a month and a half out.
Well, maybe I'll be in Saffron then.
Okay. See you later.
See ya.
Dunk. It's that thing where you were all in too quiet of a room to not hear every word of that conversation.
Coryne and
Including through the
Vermilion.
speaker.
I feel like Coryne and Vermilion are just sitting there, like with that, like really excited, like, oh, that's really cute. Oh my gosh, I can't. just like.
Whereas Tanner is just kind of like.
Tanner has
So is that
earned
your
the
own
right to
bolo
listen in
tie,
on that
Tanner?
conversation.
Now, to the audience, to explain, Burrty is going to be stepping away from the campaign for a few months for totally valid reasons, taking a little bit of a break. And because of that, that is going to open us up with this third slot where you will actually get a chance to see maybe another face pop up for a little bit for the campaign. But we just wanted to say, Burrty, Gavin, we have loved having you here, and I'm very excited for you to return when you come back, because it has been an absolute wonder and joy to get to do this campaign with you. And I love you very much.
I love you
I'm
too.
going to miss you lots.
I'm
Hit him
going
with
to
that
miss
soft piano.
playing.
Hit him with the gwitty.
Hit him with the soft piano.
I hope you all have enjoyed Gavin, and I hope you all will enjoy the next person who's gonna be here, because they're a very cool person.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I don't know what their
We look forward
character
to
is
your
though, so the
return.
character could suck. Who knows? I've heard the artwork's
and with-
good though.
And with that, as Gavin starts to land on Celadon City, excited for whatever, not excited, dealing with whatever fucking
Excited
nightmare
to
scenario.
put the beat down
Anxiety
on my old man.
to-
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's gonna deal with there, and you have this sort of
Give me
somber
a 1-2.
feeling in the tailor shop. We are going to come back next session. Thank you so much for joining us on this and every other episode of Unbeatable.
Bad guy rolls.
And take us away.
Bye, Gavin. We love you.
Bad guy rolls.
Bye. Oh, Gavin, do you want to one more time just roll for your dad? Just one more time. We'll just do one more for
What
No,
die
'cause
is it?
Can we see the mushroom cloud from where we are?
Let me. I actually have to pull it up. I have to pull up. Fuck. Wait, this is gonna take a second.
I was gonna say, I don't even know where we're at with bad guy rolls right now.
We are currently in debt to two nights worth of bad guy rolls.
Debt to bad guy rolls.
Currently I have 6 unaddressed bad guy rolls that have happened, and we're gonna be hitting all 6 of them next session.
I roll both of my dad ones, and if I really make things bad, then that's Gavin dies when I come back with a new character.
I
No.
don't want
Another half hour to
Gavin
this
to
session.
die. I don't want that. I'll let you roll both of them, but I don't want the other thing that you said. Let me see here. My time. Oh my
Can I
goodness.
roll
my
Ava's
my
attack
note-taking-
die, and if I
okay.
roll a 20, Ava kills
Add your notoriety
my
to
dad.
Okay, here we go. Okay, Armand Kingsley. Here we go. It's currently a D8.
Let's
Gross.
go, baby. Come on,
That's
big money, no whammy.
horrifying.
Big money, no whammy.
Don't blow on it. Stop it.
One.
Oh, okay.
Good.
And then one more.
You like that?
Big money, no whammies. That's cocked. 7.
Oh, okay,
Dang.
man, we'll have to get it. In
You'll
the
love
future.
to see it.
We'll have to
Lame.
Snapchat you when we roll for Armand again in the future.
Yes.
Okay.
I will
now
hop
we'll
on that
actually
call.
go. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Unbeatable. Support us through our Patreon to get access to our Discord, where we chat with our community members and we gather questions for our monthly Q&A videos. All right, awesome. See you next time, and remember to stay unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. I'll train until I meet my goal. If stakes are high, no, I won't fold because I am unbeatable. Earning every badge, whatever it takes. I'm gonna be the best trainer. You just wait, and I know the road ahead looks like it won't be easy. I am unbeatable. Standing by my side, got my friends with me to explore a whole world of possibilities. But no matter what the challenge is, we can overcome it together. Because we are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold because we are unbeatable.